Hi y'all, it's Crystal here from Christico Design. Today we're knitting the Mattone Hat, which has two colors of Lion Brand's Wool Ease Thick and Quick, a number 6 super bulky weight yarn. So you need one ball of each color. The green is Succulent, color B, the cream is Fisherman. I'm using 8mm US size 11, 16-inch circular needles for the ribbing, and then we will change to the 10mm US size 15 needles for the body of the hat. You also need your yarn needle, measuring tape, scissors, and a stitch marker. Our gauge is 10 stitches by 12 rounds to 4 inches in stockinette stitch. The hat is sized to fit most adult heads from 20 to 22 inches in circumference. I'll demonstrate the long tail cast on for our cast on, but I will also link up a couple of other cast ons that are good for ribbing, like the alternating cable cast on and the German twisted cast on in the description. If you need to make a different size hat, you can add or subtract 4 to my cast on. The stitch multiple is a multiple of 4. I'm starting with the 8mm needles. I'm going to put a slip knot in my yarn and slip that on the needle. Then I'm going to cast on 42 stitches. You can use any cast on that you like. I'm just going to do a quick long tail cast on here for you. Okay, keep casting on until you get to 42, and then we'll join in the round together. Okay, once I've cast on all my stitches, I'm going to spread them evenly around my needles, making sure that they're all facing the same way. My first and last stitches on either end of the needle tips, so I'm going to bring those together. And all I'm going to do is knit the first stitch on my left needle there. But first I'm going to add my stitch marker to mark the beginning of my round. Knit 1, slide that off, and now I'm joined in the round, which I can see with my slip knot there or my stitch marker. Purl the next one, knit the following, purl the next. Continue to repeat that, knit 1, purl 1 all the way around. I'm at my last 2 stitches, so I knit 1 and purl the last stitch. Then I can just slide my stitch marker over, and now I'm going to repeat that round. I'll knit the knits and purl the purls, so knit 1, purl 1 around, and I'll keep repeating that for 6 rounds or until this section is about 2 inches tall. Okay, so now my brim is 2 inches tall. I'm going to stop here, and we're going to start the body of our hat. So now it's time to change to our larger needles, to our 10mm size needles. So I'm just going to use my key to unscrew these from my circular cable, my interchangeables, and swap out my needles for you here. Okay, needles are all changed, stitch markers in place. So now I'm ready for round 1, continuing in this color, this green color, color A. I'm going to knit all. At the end of this round, I'm going to repeat another round of knit all in the same color. So for rounds 1 and 2, knit all. Okay, now we're going to get ready for our color work. My second color, color B, is this fisherman, this cream color. And I will start by knitting 3 in color B. I'm going to float the yarn in the back, and then I'm going to pick up color A again and purl 1. So I'm going to drop the first color, yarn over in color B, knit 1, 2, 3 in the color B, drop that, pick up my color A. Now I'm going to bring it forward to purl 1. So you just want to make sure not to pull your floats too tight, so you can stick your finger back there and add the extra width to it. Pick up color color B again, knit 3, drop it, pick up color A, and purl 1. And that's my repeat around. Just stopping to check to make sure your floats are not too tight, because then that will affect the sizing of your hat. I've gone up 2 needle sizes here to help navigate that, because Colorwork is generally pulls a little tighter. Okay, so keep knitting 3 in color B, purl 1 in color A, all the way around. Okay, here we're approaching the end of round 1 with our knit 3 in color B, purl 1 in color A. Now for round 4, we're going to start with color B, and now we're going to purl 3. So we're going to drop color A, pick up color B, bring it to the front, purl those 3 that are in the white color, drop color B to the back, pick up color A, and now we're going to knit 1 in color A. Okay, so repeating around in color B, purl 3, in color A, knit 1. So we're going to repeat that all the way around, and then for rounds 5 and 6, we're going to repeat this round 2 more times. Okay, here I've completed 3 rounds of round 4 total, 4, 5, and 6, and now we're going to repeat rounds 1 through 6 2 more times. So that's 2 rounds of knit all in color A, and then round 3 once, and then round 4 3 times. Doing our color work the same to create those little blocks of color. Okay, here we have finished our repeats. So we have 3 repeats of our blocks of color. And now we're ready to decrease the crown of our hat. So I'm going to knit 2 together, and I'm just using color A for these rounds. Then I'm going to knit the next 2 stitches, and then I'll repeat that. Knit 2 together, knit the next 2 stitches. When I am finished, I'll have decreased 6 stitches. I'll have 36 stitches. Okay, for my next decrease round, I'm going to start with knit 2 together, And then I will knit 1. And repeat that around. Knit 2 together, knit 1. At the end of this round, you'll have 24 stitches. Okay, for the final round of decreases, we're just going to knit 2 together all the way around, and that will decrease us down to 12 stitches. Okay, so now we're going to finish and close up the top of our hat by cutting a long tail. About 8 to 12 inches is plenty of length. And then we'll thread that tail onto our yarn needle. And we're going to weave that through all of our live stitches and slide them off the needle as we go so that we catch them on the needle. And then we're going to slide them onto that yarn tail, eventually cinching it closed and sewing the top of our hat closed as well. Once you have them on the yarn needle, you can slide out your knitting needle. I'm just going to slide these down now so I don't chance dropping any of them. Okay, so there's my last stitches on my yarn needle, and on the long tail here, we're pulling it through. Pull that hole tight. And now we're just going to weave in our ends like normal, sewing across, back and forth, up top here to cinch it closed. You can add your pom pom here if you'd like to top your hats off with those. And weave in the ends that you started with, and you are all good to go. You can find this free hat knitting pattern on my website, chrisdecodesign.com, under the Mattone Hat.